right, so we are tethered to all of our digital devices, and we're starting to live in digital chaos because we cannot find anything, especially when we're doing a home project. And that is why I created Cosee, because I'm on design projects all the time, and people were losing everything. They can't find anything. Mistakes are being made. We're wasting emotional capital. So we created a way to capture, organize, share everything everywhere so that we can collaborate and see everything together. So we don't have to worry anymore about all of the headaches that come with digital chaos and digital disorganization. So let's jump into Cosee. Okay, so step one in using Cosee is to create a project. So let's talk through creating a project. When you open the app, you're going to see on the bottom a symbol that says create. So tap on that. If you are using the web-based app, it will say new project. When you click on that, it's going to take you to this screen, and you're going to see a place to put the project name as well as to pick the project type. So keep in mind, we're going to be talking about home projects today, but we do have home, landscape, pictures, and custom. We have realized that Cosee is a dynamic database that's interconnected, and it's good for everything from weddings to recipes to travel. And so we will be sharing videos on that soon. But for now, we're going to be focusing on the home project. So you will put in a name, and for this one, we're just going to say it is our test project. And it is a home project, and we do want to start with a template. We've created a template to make sure that it makes your user experience much easier in order to stay organized. So I simply tap create, and once I do that, I now am going to instantly be taken to my new test project. All right, so we just created a test project, but then we instantly realized, you know what? We really want to call this kitchen revamp because that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to hit the little gear in the upper right hand, and you're going to see edit project. And then it gives you the option, rename or change type. In this case, we want to rename it, and we're now going to call it kitchen revamp. And then we're going to save that. And now you see instantly our new name is there. And so now let's start adding some photos. Okay, so we just created our new project called Kitchen Revamp. So now we're going to go add a photo. And what I want to talk to you about is why I designed Cosee the way I did when putting in items. And it is to keep you organized without even having to think about it. So you have a what and you have a where you see at the top. The what are things that you're going to touch. Think appliances, tile, countertops, furniture. The where are all the places that you can walk to. Your kitchen, your bathroom, your back patio. Those are all wheres. And with Cosee, these things are always interconnected because when you're doing a home project, the reality is that they are always all interconnected. You could be in the kitchen talking about countertops, but then you need to hop to the back door or the back patio and maybe talk about the flooring or materials out there. And so it keeps you organized. So let's go ahead and add our first item. So we're going to see the symbol in the bottom left if you're using the app that has a little photo icon, and you're going to see it comes up with one or multiple. We're going to pick one right now, and we're going to go to our camera roll, and we're going to add photos of countertops that we looked at. So this is a beautiful Mustang quartzite, and we went and shopped around. We got 4 great photos of it, and we are creating one item. We're picking 4 photos because these photos stack within that one item. So now you're going to see I am going to go in and tag countertop. You're going to see all of these what's that are in the template. Tag countertops is in this case if you're adding countertops. If you're adding tile, tag tile. Keep in mind on a what, you can only tag one thing because this is your hub. This again is what's going to keep you organized, that you have a hub and spokes that are interconnected. Well, now on the where, these are our spokes. We can go select as many areas that we think that this countertop might go. And in this case, we're looking at it for the kitchen and the primary bathroom as well as the shared bathroom. And then you're going to see an area that we can drop links into, and we can also add notes. So we can go in and put the date that we looked at this and decided that we liked it. Well, we can also go in I put 2025 thinking in the future, but I fixed it in my notes, you'll see. But so easy. If you type something wrong, like anything else, put in your notes. You can say why you love it, anything about it, and then you're going to hit save. It's key at the bottom. You always save your item. And then what's really exciting is that instantly now you're going to be able, you can go to the search bar at the top. We're going to type in our countertops, and then there it is. We can find it instantly. And not only that, you're going to see on the screen everywhere we tagged it, it came up. And if you hit the icon that lets you magnify it, you're going to see the notes that I just typed. So let's now go back and talk about adding multiple items. And this usually is when you just want to see images individually. You do not want to stack them. So again, bottom left-hand corner, this time we're going to tap it and hit multiple. And so now when we go to add photos, let's say that we're still thinking about our kitchen, but a perfect example is inspirational images. We all have tons of them and we want to see those individually. So we're going to go through, you can see I'm scrolling through my camera roll. This is all work that we've done at Cosee Home. And I'm going to start tagging all of the kitchen images that I love, that I want to have in my Cosee project for reference. So I've selected 3. I'm now going to say I'm going to upload these select files. And because I went into the main home screen, you're going to see there's a folder called uncategorized. It's going to now drop into that folder. So I clicked in there. You're going to see now all of these kitchen inspirational images. And you see when I tap on it, I can now go in very easily into the tagging screen to go in, tag inspirational images, tag kitchen, and save it. And you'll see how quickly this goes because I am going to do that on each image. And then when we hop back out into the main Cosee, we are now going to see that they're going to be all there waiting for us. So easy to find. But let's say now that we've created and put things into inspirational images, and we see all of these images and we think, you know what, I want to add one more. The app is smart and it follows you. So if we navigate into there and we now go to add another image, I click to add, I click to add one photo. I'm going to go back to my camera roll and I'm going to add an additional image. It already auto tags it for us. So you'll see that on the screen. So when I hit save, and I'm going to navigate back out so you can see it a little easier, you now see all 4 there. So easy to get to. No more chasing things down in your phone. You know exactly where they are. You only have to touch this image one time and you always know where to find it. So one of the biggest pain points on a project is collaborating. It's very hard to do. It's hard to stay organized. It's easy to have mistakes and miscommunications. So that is why with Cosee, one of the most important features is adding a collaborator. So we're going to talk about doing that because on our projects, we often on any home project have anywhere from 15 to 25 collaborators because of the fact that there's so much going on in a project. There's so many people looking at things. Cosee allows you to update it and everyone collaborate and see it together anywhere, anytime. It updates in real time. So let's talk about adding the collaborator. So you're going to see here in the upper right hand, again, that gear symbol. Click on the gear symbol. And when you do, the top line you see is collaborators. When you do that, you can see here it says you have no collaborators. Right there, you're going to see the button on the bottom left that says add collaborator. That is where you're going to click to add collaborators. So in this case, if I was going to be adding Susie Jones and her email was susieisawesome@gmail, then that is going to be super easy now to be able to send this to her. But what decision I have to make is what access level do they have? So you're going to see when I click on access at the bottom, there's admin, there's editor, and there's viewer. And so let me talk you through the difference of those. Admin is really whoever is in charge of the project. You can copy the project, delete the project, move things within it. You can add collaborators. And so again, that is the top access to the project. An editor is allowed to actually add images, notes, and delete them. And then all a viewer can do is get on and look around the project for information, and that's it. So think about what level of access you want for that collaborator, and then once it's done, it will send them an invite, and they must accept it within 24 hours, or you do have to resend it just to be able to keep security strong on your project. But once they do, and again, it's free. Collaborators are always free, so there's really no reason to limit who all you're putting on the project. Okay, so now let's talk about spec sheets. It's the one thing I was probably the most excited about developing in this app because I knew how much time it would save me. And also, again, it would save on so many mistakes that are often made on site. So in order to really see how a spec sheet works, we're gonna actually take you into a real project of ours and it's the Fields house on Mayfield. I mean, come on, that's hard to beat. You can't make that up. That's so awesome. Beautiful home that we were working on, but you can see here on the screen all of the beautiful selections. And for theirs, they even put in on construction progress, family photos. Such a great idea to capture those special moments whenever you're doing projects. But you're gonna see all of these selections that they've made. And doing a spec sheet is that quick. So we're gonna click into Paint because I always say, Paint is the most important thing, if anything, that you put in Cosee, because it's the one thing when a project is done, you are often chasing. What is that paint color? Because you have a touch up or that flood that came. So put it all in Cosee because you need to, but if you do nothing other than paint, you will thank us for it. So you're gonna see all of these beautiful paint colors that are here. In the bottom right hand, you're gonna see an export symbol. Whenever you tap that, you're gonna see that it instantly creates a spec sheet with all of the notes that you've put in there, as well as the image. And you now have this beautiful PDF that you can print it, you can email it, you can text it. Anything you want to do with that PDF is there. You can save it for reference later. So we encourage you to put people on Cosee to collaborate. But sometimes it's great to also have the ability to print a spec sheet so that you can send it to them if it's somebody that you're not necessarily wanting on your project. So one of the biggest things about Cosee is that it is customizable to you and your project. So what we want to do is take the next little bit to show you all the different ways that you can customize your project. So again, we're in an actual project of ours, Field on Mayfield. We love that project. You can see that on the screen, all of their selections that are here. And we were able to pick those cover images because that way we want it to really feel like a mood board. So I'm going to click into Tile, and you're going to see all of this beautiful tile. And the one that I said is the cover image, as you saw before, I'm going to go ahead and change that. And I do that by navigating into the image itself. You're going to see 3 dots in the upper right hand corner. You're going to tap that, and you're going to see all the options you have for this photo. In this case, we're going to say to set it as the thumbnail for tile. And then you're going to see in green, it was successful. So now I'm going to navigate back out into my main screen, and look, instantly now I have a new cover image. Cosee also allows you to set the order of all of these. So let's say, for example, countertops is one that we are working on. So I'm going to drag that one all the way up to the top, and then there we go. So you're going to see now that I drug countertops to the top, because let's say right now we are picking countertops, we're thinking about countertops, and again, Cosee follows the user. So now that we drug countertops to the top, when we go to add a photo, again, click in the bottom left, we're going to add some stacked photos of countertops. Guess what? When you look at the tagging screen, you're going to see countertops is now at the top because we drug it to the top. So we're telling the app, hey, we want this to be first because we really want to see this quickly. And so I'm going to go into the camera roll. I'm going to select all of the images that I want to be stacked on top of each other. And so again, this is going to be countertops. We're looking at it for the kitchen and the walk-in pantry. And I'm going to add again that this is a quartzite that we really liked. And I'm going to put maybe a reminder as to how much money it cost and things like that in the notes. I'm now going to hit Save Item. And now when we navigate back into countertops, you're going to see it's instantly there. And we tagged it quickly because the app followed us and allowed us to do that. So thanks for checking out Cosee with us. We've stepped outside because I know we've been talking about home projects, and one of the most important things about a home project is the landscape. So we came out here, you can see my chickens are also saying hello, but Cosee is great for landscape. Again, it's good for so many things to keep you organized. When you're doing home project, it is decision after decision with more decisions piled on top. Cosee helps you stay organized, it saves you emotional capital, and it serves as a scrapbook for your project forever. So go try it out. Thanks for watching this video. And if you ever run into any issues, any questions, anything, please reach out to us right away.